Iron Man.
Yeah. Iron Man, interesting choice. I mean, you've got all these powerful characters in Snap, right? Gods, monsters. But he's just, well, a guy in a suit.
Right. Just a genius billionaire, whole playboy philanthropist, right?
Exactly. But don't let that fool ya. This guy's a powerhouse on the board. Consistently top tier.
Absolutely. For those new to the game, Marvel Snap is all about fast-paced strategy. You build a deck, 12 cards, all your fave Marvel heroes, and you got to win 2 out of 3 locations.
And Iron Man, he can really tip the scales.
Totally. So let's break down why Iron Man is so sought after.
His ability, it's deceptively simple. On the surface, I mean. He's got 0 power by himself.
0? That doesn't sound great.
Hold on, that's the catch. He doubles the total power at his location. Not just adding, but doubling.
Oh, okay. So like if a location's at, say, 8 power?
Boom. 16. But it doesn't stop there. No upper limit. Imagine a location already stacked with power.
You're saying
Yeah.
he could single-handedly swing a match.
Oh, absolutely. You could be down, looking at a loss, then bam. Iron Man drops, everything changes.
That's got to feel amazing pulling that off.
It's a game changer, for sure. But it's not just throwing him down anywhere.
Right. There's got to be a strategy, right?
Deck building is key. And Iron Man, he's got some awesome synergy with other cards.
Synergies, yeah. You got to build those combos.
One popular one is the Spectrum Ongoing deck.
Ah, Spectrum. She loves those ongoing abilities.
Ongoing, quick reminder for newer players, means the ability's always active as long as that card's on the field.
Like Ant-Man, Captain America, Blue Marvel, they all have those passive buffs.
Yep, they're working in the background. Then Spectrum comes in, turn 6, boosts them all up by +2 power each.
And then Iron Man swoops in to double it all.
Exactly. Late game power swing. Super satisfying.
I can imagine. So you're using Ant-Man, armor, maybe early game.
Yeah.
Then Captain America, Blue Marvel, pump those numbers up.
And with Spectrum's boost, then Iron Man's double whammy. Woo! You're looking at some big power there.
It's like this perfectly timed explosion of points.
That's a good way to put it. And that's not even Iron Man's only trick. He's great in Devil Dinosaur decks, too.
Devil Dinosaur, now he's all about a stacked hand, right? Tons of cards.
Right, you want to overwhelm one location with Devil Dino's raw power. But here's where Iron Man gets clever.
Oh.
He gives you a second win condition on another location. Your opponent's got to split their focus.
So while they're busy trying to counter that giant dinosaur.
Boom. You're setting up a win with Iron Man somewhere else. 2 threats to worry about.
Love it. It's like a 1-2 punch.
Exactly. Keeps them guessing. And then there's this really fun combo. Wong, Odin, and Iron Man.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about this one. Iron Man's Echo.
That's the one. It's risky, but when it works. So picture this. Turn 4, you drop Wong.
Wong. He makes on-reveal abilities happen twice, if I remember correctly.
You got it. Then, turn 5, here comes Iron Man. The location's primed.
It's at the stage.
And on turn 6, Odin, he reactivates all those on-reveal abilities at the location.
Wait, so Iron Man's doubling happens twice.
Twice. Let's say, hypothetically, you've got 10 power there before Iron Man. First double, you're at 20. Then Odin kicks in. 40 power.
My goodness, that's a huge jump.
Huge power swing out of nowhere. But, like I said, it's risky. Need specific cards, perfect timing.
Right, because there are counters in the game, cards that shut abilities down.
Exactly. Enchantress, Rogue, they can ruin your day.
Enchantress, she just wipes out all ongoing abilities, right?
Come on. Iron Man's just a useless hunk of metal then.
Oof, yeah, gotta watch out for her. And Rogue.
She steals abilities. So if she swipes Iron Man's doubling, bye-bye win condition.
So observation's crucial. Gotta know what your opponent might have up their sleeve.
It's what makes Snap so engaging. It's not just about the cards themselves. It's about predicting, countering.
Yeah, it's a mental game as much as anything else.
Absolutely. So we've established Iron Man packs a punch, but he's not invincible.
Placement matters, timing matters.
Yeah.
And knowing those strengths and weaknesses, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Right. We haven't even touched location synergy yet. Some locations make Iron Man even crazier.
Ooh, location synergy.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more. What locations are we talking about? So locations, you were saying they can boost Iron Man's power even more. I'm intrigued.
Oh, yeah. Certain locations, they turn him into an absolute monster. Think about Nidavellir, for instance.
Nidavellir, right? That doubles the effects of ongoing abilities, doesn't it?
Exactly. So now Iron Man's doubling. Gets doubled.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this straight. So if you play Iron Man there,
Right.
and let's say you've already got, I don't know, like 10 power at that location.
Okay, I'm following you. 10 power.
Iron Man doubles it to 20. But then, because of Nidavellir,
It doubles again. 40 power, just like that.
wow. That's a lot. I mean, I knew location synergy was a thing, but I didn't realize it could be that impactful.
It can completely change the outcome of a match, especially in those later turns. One location suddenly becomes the key to winning.
So Nidavellir, that's definitely one to watch out for. Any other locations that synergize well with Iron Man?
Oh, yeah, there are a few. Onslaught Citadel, that's another fun one.
Onslaught Citadel, right? That one doubles the effects of other ongoing abilities at that location.
You're on fire today.
So with Iron Man there,
Yeah.
it's like double the doubling.
You got it. And if you happen to have Onslaught himself at that location...
Okay, this is where I get lost. What happens then?
Onslaught doubles the effects of ongoing cards, right? So he doubles Iron Man's doubling, and then the Citadel doubles that.
Oh my gosh. So it's like exponential.
Exponential is the right word. You can go from a decent amount of power to an overwhelming lead in a single turn.
All right, my head's spinning a little, but I'm starting to see the bigger picture. You got to be strategic with Iron Man. Know the locations, anticipate what might happen.
Precisely. Marvel Snap rewards that kind of forward thinking.
It's like chess, but with superheroes. Okay, so we've talked about the power, the synergies, the locations, but what about the element of surprise?
Ah, yes. The bluff. Sometimes the best play is the one your opponent least expects.
Okay, I like where this is going. Tell me more.
Let's say I play Iron Man in a location that seems weak, like I made a mistake.
And your opponent's thinking, easy win here, I'll focus on the other spots.
Exactly. But little do they know, I've got Arnim Zola up my sleeve.
Arnim Zola, right? He destroys a card at his location, but then...
creates copies at the other two locations. Now imagine destroying Iron Man after he's doubled a location's power.
those copies would be dropping into those other locations with massive power.
Boom! Surprise win. Got to keep your opponent on their toes.
That's deviously brilliant. Love it. So it's not just about raw power with Iron Man. It's about using him creatively, setting up those unexpected plays.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay, so we're starting to paint a pretty comprehensive picture of Iron Man here. He's powerful, but needs careful planning. Placement, timing, understanding the locations. It's a lot to consider.
And that's just the beginning. We haven't even touched on deck building strategies, specific card combos.
Oh, right. I'm itching to get into that. But before we do, I'm curious, what's your take on the ideal time to play Iron Man? Is it always late game, or does it depend on the situation?
Great question. Ideally, turn 5 is the sweet spot, sets you up for a big turn 6, but honestly, it really depends on your deck, your opponent, the locations. Sometimes you gotta hold them back, play it safe.
The suspense. That last-minute play snatching victory. There's nothing quite like it.
Yeah.
Speaking of exciting plays, we asked our listeners to send in their own Iron Man deck ideas. And let me tell you, they delivered.
I'm always curious to see what the community comes up with. Let's check out these decks.
Okay, snappers, buckle up. It's time to dive into those listener-submitted Iron Man decks. You guys, seriously, the creativity is off the charts.
Yeah, always love seeing what people cook up.
Right, so first up, we've got Iron Lockdown, sent in by Control Freak 7. The name kind of says it all right.
Control, lockdown. Sounds intriguing.
It's all about, well, control. You're stopping your opponent from getting any kind of foothold. So the usual suspects are there.
Iron Man, of course.
Yep, gotta have the man himself. Blue Marvel, Spectrum, for those big power boosts. But then it gets interesting.
Okay, lay it on me. What's the control aspect?
Professor X, Storm, they're in the mix.
Location lockdown. Professor X shuts a location down completely.
No more cards there.
And Storm, she floods the place. Most cards can't be played there.
Yep, it's like saying, nope, this spot's mine.
Love it.
And to make things even spicier, we've got Jessica Jones.
She punishes your opponent for playing cards at her location, right?
Exactly. If they try to sneak something in, she gains power from it.
So it's a reactive deck, waiting for the opponent to make a move, then bam.
Exactly. You shut them down. And then, once you've got control, Iron Man time.
Safe location, big power numbers. Yeah, I see it. Really smart against those aggro decks that try to rush you down.
Totally. Control decks are fun, too. It's satisfying outsmarting your opponent.
Oh, absolutely. A good control player, they're always a few steps ahead.
All right, next up, we've got Iron Man's Mirror, courtesy of Double Down 22. This one's all about doubling, then doubling again.
More doubling, I'm in.
Right. So we've got Mystique, who can copy another card's ongoing ability.
Ooh, copying Iron Man's doubling.
You got it. It's like having two Iron Men.
Okay, I see where this is going. And I bet Onslaught makes an appearance, right?
Of course. Doubling the doubling, it's getting wild.
Let's break it down for the folks at home. So Onslaught doubles ongoing effects at his location.
Iron Man's doubling is an ongoing effect.
Right. So Onslaught doubles it, then the Citadel doubles that.
It's a lot of math, but basically huge power increase.
Huge, but also high risk.
Right, because if your opponent disrupts the combo,
It all falls apart. This deck's not for the casual player. You got to be bold.
go big or go home.
Right. Exactly. All right, what else we got?
Last but not least, Iron Man's Workshop by
Oh.
Tech Savvy 4. This one focuses on those tech cards.
Tech cards, interesting. Those are the ones that manipulate the game in
Yeah.
some way, right?
Yep, like adding cards to your hand, messing with your opponent's hand.
Creating chaos. I like it.
This deck's got Agent 13, Cable, oh, and Quinjet,
Quinjet. That reduces the cost of cards that haven't been drawn yet.
meaning you could potentially play Iron Man a turn earlier.
Turn 4 Iron Man. That's a scary thought.
Right, more time to build up that power.
Mm.
This deck also has some fun surprises. Ironheart, for a little extra boost.
Mm.
It's a well-rounded deck, shows how many ways you can use Iron Man.
These decks have been fantastic, really creative stuff. Got to give it to the listener.
Yeah, they really came through. It's been a blast exploring Iron Man with everyone today.
Learned a lot, right? Abilities, synergies, strategies.
But the most important thing to remember, Iron Man, he's just one piece of the puzzle.
Marvel Snap. It's about knowing the cards, knowing the locations, outsmarting your opponent.
So keep experimenting, keep learning, and keep snapping.
Until next time, happy snapping, everyone.
Excelsior.